Welcome in. Hi, Muffin. Hi, Jose. How's it going? Oh my god, it's set right? Every now and then I show up. I'm around. I lurk. Hold on. It was like off center. There we go. Nice. Anyway, how was your guys' weekend? I hope good. Mine was way too short, and it also was just like actually too short because we lost an hour for daylight savings. So that's where I'm at. At least today went by really fast. I don't know, because today was like the first day of like my actual like in a virtual classroom training for the new job. Like up until now it's been like shadowing and like self-driven lessons, I think is the word. Looking at awful art. Oh no. Bruh, I was up late on the day for that. Oh no, Muffin, no. Doing good. Just exhausted from being in Mexico. Oof. Yeah. Isn't that like, well, I'm sure you're like busy doing stuff, but like I also, doesn't it just like heat just makes you more tired in general? Like, I know that's a thing. So that sucks. Which is why I would not survive like in Mexico or California. Like, it's like, even if I got big and it's like, oh, you gotta move out to LA like all the other big creators or whatever, I'll be like, fuck no. Fuck no. Anything, I'd move to the East Coast. Or to Japan, I guess, if I really wanted to be that guy. But I'd have to get way better at Japanese first. It was weird being like, why does the clock say it's too early? It feels like it's right? Oh my god, no, I always dread that. Like, it's just like laying in bed is just yeah, no, fuck, I hate it. I only like daylight savings in the fall, you know, when we get another hour of sleep. I like my sleeps. LA too hot, bruh. That's what I'm saying. Hi, Raven. Also, I don't remember if I said hi, welcome in yet or not. But hi, Raven. Welcome in. Welcome in. Ugh. Uncle had a surprise party for his wife's birthday. Aw, hell yeah. Happy birthday to her. Hope the party was fun. My weekend, like, I got all my shit done with the family stuff, running the errands for the thing I got going on. And I got back and I was like, there is a card show. I could go hit up real quick. I did, and I got one of my chase cards, so good thing I did go. Oh my god. I just got here. Hi. So Sap, hear me. I'm listening. Do you... Oh, god damn it! Yes, I have Outer Wilds. Yes, I'll put it on the poll. So anyway, guys, I don't know if maybe you weren't like seeing the Discord conversation, but basically it's like we're about halfway through Heavy Rain. I think we're about to wrap up this book of Higurashi. Shut up, So I'm gonna put a poll up to see like what game you guys are kind of more leaning towards. Honestly, I've been pretty selfish, and I appreciate you guys hanging out with me anyway, but, like, I've literally just been, like, I'm playing this because I want to play this. But, like, I'll put a poll up. Some people were expressing interest in finishing Crystar. Muffin was expressing interest in Outer Wilds. So, yeah, I'll put a poll up to see what game people are leaning towards, to see what we're going to try and tackle next. Because I know, like, I really wanted to finish Crystar, but, like, it was just kind of, like, it got into this, like, rhythm of, like, oh my god, this is probably so boring for them to watch. Because it's so grindy. It's, like, dungeon crawling grinding. Which, to some people, is the worst kind of grinding. So I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe the story's more cringe than I remember. Like, I fucking love this game, but I don't know. Maybe it's boring. Let's take a break. And then we never went back to it. I'm being selfish. We're all here for the vibes. Hell yeah. Thank you, thank you. Except for Risu. Yeah, no. We know what Risu's here for. Oh shit, almost knocked over my water. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, basically that's just shtick. Because we're so close to wrapping up our two big games right now that it's like, Alright, we'll put a poll up. Because honestly, yeah, no. I'll put the poll up and we'll see what we're vibing with. Because if we do pick, like, Outer Wilds, if that does win, I don't know if we'll start the next Higurashi just so we can have some, like, more time with Outer Wilds. Because, like, I don't know if some people are new. I think, like, everyone here knows, but, like, I have a phobia of space. So it was a lot to try Outer Wilds. It was a lot. Anyway. But yeah, no, after this week, we might actually be done with Heavy Rain. Like, it's a short game. We might be, might. Either way, we're going to be playing it more for the achievement grinding, because I do want to do some more achievement hunting on the channel. And then the art stream this week, I mean, we could probably talk about it at the end, but, like, whatever. Muffin. I'm going to be working on your commission if I don't get it done. That's what we're doing in the art stream. It's just, like, if I get it done during the week, then it's done. But if I don't, then I have that stream that I'm gonna work on it for you. And then I'll get it done for sure. In retrospect, be glad you don't own the DLC. Oh, there's DLC? Why? Sure, hell yeah. Good shit. Okay. Yeah, because it's like I was gonna work on it this weekend, and then that thing came up with the family, and then I just didn't do anything after that besides, you know, fucking be me and go to a card show. So yeah, if I don't finish it after streams this week, I will definitely be working on it during stream that day. And if I get it done during the week, I don't know, we'll work on something. But yeah. Welcome to stream, I don't mind too. I don't mind. Good shit. Perfect. That means, that just, like, it's, like, a lot of time where it's, like, no, you have to finish it now, Saph. Like, get on it. Because, like, I feel bad it's taking me so long already to get it to you, so. Here's the fun part. Outer Wilds DLC explicitly warns the player about skip. Fuck that noise. I'm not. Ah, I just moved the whole thing. There we go. Okay. Alright, guys. Right, shit. We were yapping. How about we get into the next chapter, huh? Let's get this bread. Yes! For as scary as the base game was. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. The game doesn't warn you, but the DLC... Oh my god. Okay. Right. Rika was going... Not Rika. Fuck me. Reina was going batshit. That's what was happening. Even if I turned on the light in the hideout, nobody would see it because the piles of abandoned cars are in the way. While I'm aware of that, I decided not to turn it on, just in case. It's a bit scary to hide in a quiet place alone in the dark, holding my breath. I'd have to keep myself busy with something. But my brain wouldn't work properly, and I don't even have the energy to think about what to do from now on. However, I don't have the courage to lie down and sleep and regain my strength either. Every time I heard or thought I heard a suspicious sound, I'd gasp and stare into the dark. That's all I did. All night. Oishi believes that the Sonozaki family was behind the conspiracy, but he can't do much without solid evidence. For that, he has to locate the facility where they're doing research on the parasite. But we have no idea where it is. I think the area clinic's the most likely site, but I have no credible evidence. Really, I don't think they do their research in a place so obvious even I could guess it. They might be using one of the bomb shelters that was built during the war of some kind of secret underground research center. Now that I've come to think about it, I remember a secret building nobody's allowed into in the premises of the Furude Shrine. Girl. I think it's called the Ritual Storehouse. According to Mio-san's research, the Furude Shrine is the center of the local worship of Oyashiro-sama. The priest keeps the tools for ceremonies in the Ritual Storehouse. One of the ceremonies is the Bazaar Festival, Watsunagashi, and so the shrine storage must be something very sacred. If I remember right, Watsunagashi was also a medical ritual designed to vaccinate and immunize people against the all-too-strong parasites. That means the tools they used for Watsunagashi were medical ones. If my guess is right, the Ritual Storehouse is the most sacred place in the village, as well as the most appropriate building for the medical purposes. It's suspicious. There might be a secret research center in the Ritual Storehouse. Damn it. The police should be performing a raid on the Ritual Storehouse, not the area clinic. Why didn't I think of that when I was talking with Oshi on the phone earlier? I hope Oshi realizes this too. Should I go back to the phone booth and tell him about the Ritual Storehouse? But when I thought about that, I heard a car coming closer. I held my breath. It's not normal for a car to come here at this late at night. I thought about how many possible scary scenarios, and it made me nervous. After a while, I saw the headlights of the car near the former dam construction office. The car must have passed by me and gone into the office. But it's a deserted, empty office building. There's nothing there. It's not a place where people would visit. Not this late at night. While I was staring into the dark, the engine of the car stopped, and its headlights were turned off. I could see 2 flashlights flickering in the darkness. The lights moved into the office building. They must think I'm hiding there. I held my breath, kept watch on their movements. I can't tell who they are, but I bet they're pawns of the Sonozaki family. They know that I ran away from home. They must be looking for me everywhere in the village. Though I needed to conceal my breath, my face started feeling itchy. I had an urge to stretch my legs. My own body infuriated me. The humidity made me sweat all over, so the back of my knees and neck had been itchy for a while. Scratching would make an unbelievably loud noise, so I decided not to scratch anymore. It usually doesn't make any noise when I just scratch some mosquito bites. I'm probably just being nervous and overreacting. There's quite the distance between me and them. I'm in the dark, holding my breath. They wouldn't notice if I sneezed, let alone scratched myself. I didn't want to make any noise at all, so I tried to forget my itchiness, but after that, I ended up scratching everywhere like mad. I have to live in hiding like this for a while. I don't know how long I can go when I'm so nervous just at the first night. I need to toughen up more and remain placid, even in a situation like this. I forced myself to relax, scratched my neck without hesitation, and tried to cope with the sticky sweat all over my body. I started getting hungry. My stomach growled. It's a good sign, though, since it means I'm starting to relax. I can't eat yet, though. It'd make a lot of noise. I decided to wait until they finished looking for me and then went away. Go away. Go away! I can eat if you go away. It seemed like my intentions I was sending out bore fruit. They had stopped looking around the building. However, I must have concentrated my thoughts too strongly. They were pointing their flashlights in my direction. Did they notice me? No, not only that, they're walking towards me. I made my body as small as possible, hid under the blanket, and listened for their footsteps as carefully as I could. All the while, I heard their footsteps coming closer and closer. Since the footsteps are coming straight towards me, they must already know where I am, I think. And it's scary. There's no way they already know where I am. If they did, they wouldn't have wasted their time looking around that office building, and they wouldn't walk as slowly as they did. It's just a coincidence that they're walking in this direction. Since I'm hiding under the blanket, I can't see who they are. I don't know where they're shining their flashlights, so I can't stick my head out from the window to see who they are either. I just have to stay motionless like a rock until they sensed they were gone. They stopped when they came near my hideout. I could hear their conversation. I don't think she's here. Let's look somewhere else. You look over there. I could tell by the sound of their footsteps that they went separate ways, that each of them is walking around the piles of trash separately. I made this hideout out of an abandoned car. I just redecorated it. So on the outside, it still looks like nothing more than an abandoned car. But once you look inside, you can instantly tell it's more than that. So if they look inside, I'm done for. It's obvious that they're looking for me. And are they Sonozaki Corps Attack Unit? If they find me, I'll be killed for sure. I know all too well that this place is perfect for murdering people. I killed 2 people here myself. If I can do it, it'd be no problem for them, because they're professional killers. Even so, there's nothing I can do right now. I just have to pray that they'll come leave here soon. At that time, I heard a slight beeping sound. This is Atsushi. I can hear you loud and clear. Yes. Gogura? Yes, understood. What's wrong? It seems like Reina Ryugu is in Gogura. Somebody saw her there. Oh man, that's it. We'll never find her now. What are we gonna do? It's an order. We have to find her no matter what. We have to bring her to him. If it doesn't, she's in Soprano or Hakata. We have to find her. It'd be impossible to find her, though. Do we still have to look? Reino Yugu has Mio Takano's scrapbooks, and he wants them. He was pretty upset about it, so I'm sure they're worth a lot. So what are we gonna do? Well, it seems like he recalled the others, except ones who are washing your house. So we should go back to the office, too. Let's go have barley tea or something. I heard their footsteps going further, and then I didn't hear them anymore. After a while, I heard the engine of their car starting. Hi, Animator, welcome in. I finally got out from under the blanket and looked outside the window. The car made a U-turn and then drove away. The sound of the engine faded away into the darkness. I heaved a sigh of relief. I scratched out all of my itchy mosquito bites, wiped the sticky sweat off my face and neck, and finally allowed myself to cough. I'd heard their conversation clearly. They're the pawns of the Sonozaki Corps, without a doubt. It matches what Oshi told me, and they said something very important. They clearly said they're after the scrapbooks. Up until now, I only assumed that that's what they were chasing me for. I had Mio-san's scrapbooks. I could have forced myself to believe that it was just my assumption, but they said it so loud and clear. We need to find Reina Ryugu. She has Mio Takano's scrapbooks, and that's what they said! They also said that they're keeping watch at my house. I'm not surprised. That's exactly what I would do if I were them. I can't go back to my house anymore. It's out of the question. But, in fact, they said something way more important than any of that. They said Reina Ryugu was seen in Gogura. If I was in a normal situation, I'd probably think that somebody saw a look-alike, and I'd laugh out loud. But the situation's different now. Mio-san was dead, but she was at the festival. I'm here, but I was in Gogura? Mio-san wrote about that in her scrapbooks. I didn't want to believe it. They're coming closer to me. And I don't mean the Sonozaki family. Something beyond common sense is about to happen. Should I fight? Should I run? I don't even know what to do. I feel like I'm rooted in the spot with fear. Am I about to be eaten? No. I don't want to be eaten alive. I want to run away if I can't win. If I can't run, I want to fight. I'm going to be happy. I know I am. I'm not going to sit pretty and just let them get me. But the enemy Mio-san foretold of in the scrapbooks is coming closer to me. It's starting to eat me up. I'm in the garage dump alone. If I disappeared right now without anybody knowing it, the person who was in Gogoro would replace me and start living my life. Nobody would notice the change. My father wouldn't notice it. My friends wouldn't notice it. It would replace me without having anyone noticing it. Wait. Many people close to me might have been replaced already. That's right. The Sonozaki family's plotting bioterrorism, but that's only part of what they're planning. Mice possessed by them don't get scared of cats. As a result, they don't run away. They'll be eaten by the cats, and they can move into the cats' bodies. Mice are only used by them for that purpose. It's not that they lose their fear of cats in order to help them achieve their purpose. The same thing goes for the Sonozaki family. They think they're doing things by their own will, but really they're just helping them without realizing it. That's exactly how they've lived since long ago, being the parasite. We're nothing but a bunch of mice to them. Most mice are stupid. They don't even notice their existence. They try to, achieve their purpose, thinking they're living their lives of their own free will. But very rarely, a mouse with its born. This mouse notices that he's being used, and he also notices their existence. But nobody believes him, so it's not a big deal. He starts thinking that it's his mistake, that he gets swallowed by them. Eventually, he disappears. But even more rarely, a mouse appears out of nowhere and notices their existence and objectively proves it. That mouse was Mio-san. To them, this mouse was rare and very dangerous existence. That's why they resorted to unbelievably bold and violent methods to try and eliminate that mouse when it appeared. But surprisingly, we knew about those measures. But the stupid mice don't believe it. They don't notice that they are forcing them not to believe it, and that they're helping them in the end. They killed Mio-san. And they tried to replace her. But they made a mistake. We found the real corpse of Mio-san. That's why they failed to replace her. They'll try to kill me and replace me too. Or they'll replace my friends in order to get close to me. They'll look just like the real people, but they're totally different inside. They're an abnormal existence that's beyond our imagination. I know. They'll appear. No, they're already here. It appeared the day Mio-san died. And it appeared in Gogoro tonight. They'll keep coming. They're openly after me now. They'll keep coming. They'll keep coming. Oh yeah, hi Matter, welcome in. Yeah, Reina was hiding in the garbage dump and some people almost found her, and now she's kind of monologuing. That's all you missed. Enemies? Like the time-traveling bugs? Stop. Harusu, welcome in. Bow up and tear stack? Mantis? Yeah, we need Leon. Ugh, I need Leon. Yeah, I feel you. Right then, I heard somebody coming down the slope. I concealed my presence again. I looked up from the direction the footsteps were coming from. I could see one flashlight. It looked like there was only one person now. Who is it? This late at night. Its shadow is very small. I can tell it isn't an adult. I felt the chill running through my body. It shined the flashlight towards my hideout, and its footsteps were coming straight towards me. It's different from the other guys earlier. I can tell by the sound of the footsteps that it knows I'm hiding here for sure. No, it must just be a coincidence. I should just conceal myself again. I can make it through this again. I made it through it last time. I need to hide. I need to hide! I pulled the blanket over myself, made myself as small as possible, and kept telling myself that it was just a stone. But the footsteps kept coming closer and closer, and it knocked. I opened my eyes wide. I broke out in a nervous sweat. Not wanting to believe that the sound I heard was a knock, my mind went completely blank. But it knocked on the door again. I could feel a light shining on the blanket. It might be shining the flashlight on me. But I still held back my fear. As long as I don't move, it can't put a finger on me. I kept telling myself that, as if I was casting a spell. I tried not to shake in fear. It laughed. It was laughing at me because it thought I was still hiding perfectly. But I still tried. Because if I got out of this blanket. What are you scared of? Whoa. I threw off the blanket and saw the owner of the voice. Oh shit, wrong person. It is Rika-chan. Now, why is she here? Why did she come here to see me? I don't understand why she came all the way here alone at this late at night. But then I realized all of a sudden. She looks just like Rika-chan on the outside. But that's not her. It's just copying her appearance. It came to Mio-san, to me, and now to Rika-chan. I decided to attack aggressively on purpose in order to work up my courage before my fear crushed me. Is that you, Rika-chan? Who else do I look like? It answers just like Rika-chan. But I know that's not Rika-chan. Rika-chan wouldn't come to a place like this so alone and so at night. I know who you are. I know you're not Rika-chan. I'm afraid you can't deceive me like you can the others. Even though you look just like her, I know you're not Rika-chan. You're not my friend, Rika Furude. Who are you? Rika looked stunned for a while. She looked as if she didn't understand what I was talking about. But she pretended like that for a little too long. If she really didn't know what I was talking about, she wouldn't be able to stand there in silence for this long. She kept quiet. And then she finally showed her true character. It laughed. It laughed at me because I figured out what was the most impossible thing to figure out. That it was not Rika. Who are you? It didn't answer my question. It just kept laughing. And then it looked straight into my eyes in a way Rika-chan never did. And it said this. I've lived for quite a long time. But you're the first one who penetrated my disguise. I always thought you had good intuition, but you're pretty good. She clearly spoke to me the things that I was most afraid of. I was completely shocked. It's like she told me everything that could possibly scare me. I didn't want to hear any of this. It's something I can't possibly twist in a way I can comprehend. Let's just say I am Rika for now. It's been a while since I started to call myself that. Oh, really? It's been a while, huh? Like how long? Not that long. It's only been about 100 years. What? What are you talking about? I'm contradicting myself. I know the person who's standing in front of me isn't Rika, but at the same time, I deny its existence. As long as humans hold this kind of emotion, they can never accept unknown existences. In other words, We can never accept them. You don't have to be scared. You're in the car. I'm outside of it. It's not easy for either of us to do something to the other. I think this is a perfect distance between us. No matter how long I've lived, Rika Furude is still just a little kid. You're still stronger than me. I should be more careful than you because you could snap and jump on me anytime. I realized that this creepy thing looks just like Rika was only here to talk to me. I felt my tension fade away a little bit. But still, I don't know what she wants to talk to me about in a place like this and so late at night. I'm like a fish on a cutting board. There's nothing I can do other than to wait and see what's gonna happen. I waited for it to make a move for a while, and then it opened its mouth again. You're afraid of something. Am I right? It uses sarcasm. Rika-chan's cute face looked uglier than ever when it smiled. I held back my fear and tried to reply firmly. Yeah, thanks to you. So, what are you afraid of? You should know better than anyone else. It told me earlier that we were safe from each other because I was the one in the car and that was the other one standing outside. But it's obvious that I'm the one who's being driven into a corner. While I'm talking to it, I could be being surrounded by its minions. I got scared and tried to listen to the sounds of my surroundings carefully. Don't be scared. I came here to help you. You came here to help me? Oh, really? I wonder how you're gonna do that. You're just sick at the moment. You need medicine, that's all. Would you be interested if I told you that I brought it along? Medicine? It put its hand in its pocket and took out a small case. It opened the case and showed me what was inside. What was in there made me gasp in surprise. A syringe? It's not normal for a person to carry that around. I have no idea what's going on, but Rika-chan is holding her hand as if it's a syringe. There's no way I can twist that fact around. That's right. The contents of this syringe are going to help you get better. It'll help me get better? Huh? I know what it is. It's that drug that killed Tomotaki-san. It's the parasite at its full strength. It'll give me the mega disease. No, this is a different drug from the one that was used on Tomotake. I promise. It giggled. It isn't the giggling that scares me. I'm scared that it admitted the cause of Tomotaki's death so easily. And it admitted to the direct cause of the mega disease that Tomotaki-san died from. I know you're going to kill me in the same way he died. And that the Reina and Gogura is going to replace me. Problem solved, right? I'm not going to let you give me that shot. Well, I knew you would say that. This syringe looks suspicious, of course. You're smarter than I thought. So what now? Oh shit. Are you gonna gang up on me and give me the shot like you did to Tomotaki-san? Tomotaki-san's autopsy report said he had bruises on his body and proved that he was fighting against several people right before he died. That means that they just ganged up on him and give him the shot against his own will. I'd like to give you the injection by force, but it never really works. So I gave up on doing that. I decided to let you choose to take it yourself. Are you kidding me? I don't want to take that creepy shot. I thought about it many times. I thought about how I could make you take the injection. I can't force you to take it. I can't make you agree to take it either. That leaves me with only one choice. I have to let you choose to take it. You should know my answer already. I'm not going to walk into such an obvious trap. That's what I thought you would say. I didn't expect you to choose to take it anyway. It heaved a sigh, made a gesture as if it was mocking me, and smiled bitterly. It looked as if it was saying, I'm the lower animal that can't understand as being a chance for salvation. I kind of want to say that I'll take the shot on a dare, but I know that's exactly what it is tending to do. Well, go back to your home. Tell your friends that you failed to give me that shot. I'm not going to let you beat me. I'm going to fight until the end. And I'm going to seize the 1% chance of winning. I'm going to destroy all of you. I see. Then, you should try to do that. This world is going to end very soon anyway. End soon? Oh, it has nothing to do with you. A frog sitting in a well doesn't need to have his interest in the world outside, does it? At this stage of the game, it said something very dubious. I tried hard to understand what this horrifying creature was even trying to say. What are you going to do to me? Nothing. Do whatever you want. What? It's almost too easy. As far as I know, do whatever you want means ignorance or release when the enemy says to you. At the very least, it's not a bad thing. Or does it have another meaning? In that way, I overinterpreted the meaning of the sentence, but then it said it again. Do whatever you want. I'm not interested in this Reina Ryugu anymore. I'm going to go try and get along with the next Reina Ryugu. I have to pray that the next Reina Ryugu doesn't have such good intuition. I was scared of it. I'm gonna be scared of a judge handing down the death sentence. I used to try really hard to fix things every time a little problem occurred, but I got tired of it. I'm not interested in this Hinamizawa anymore. I'm going to find the next Hinamizawa. But you only have this one. Oh shit, wait, this isn't Reina. My bad. Sorry. Let me try again. I used to try really hard to fix things every time a little problem occurred, but I got tired of it. I'm not interested in this Hinamizawa anymore. I'm only going to find the next Hinamizawa. But you only have this one, so I hope you live as best you can. It was telling me scary things, one after another. This is obviously a warning of Hinamizawa's destruction. It means the climax is coming soon. They have already prepared another Reina. When I lose to this fate, they are going to replace me with that Reina as if nothing happened. They're very well organized. What humans are most afraid of for their lives to lose all value. Your life becomes worthless when you're told that you have a replacement. It's like an indirect death sentence. It closed the syringe case and put it back in its pocket. It turned around and started climbing up the slope. At the top, it looked back and spoke as if such an evil smile. Well, goodbye, this Reina Ryugu. I hope I can get along with the next Reina Ryugu. I shouldn't worry, because I do usually get along with them. I'm not going to let you replace me with the next Reina Ryugu. I'm the only Reina Ryugu. I'm not going to let you do it. Never. Ever. I wondered if my scream was reaching it. It looked at me coldly. It looked at me as if it was just an image of the past on a TV screen. It's fun to have conversation like this once in a while. That laughter gradually disappeared into the darkness. It disappeared into the darkness as well.
I was the only one left here. I'm forsaken, and they don't care if I disappear. They told me I should struggle as much as I want because it doesn't matter anyway. They already have a replacement. They don't need to put their Hinamis out anymore because my intuition is too sharp. When I realized that, I noticed that this garbage dump is a perfect grave for me.
Who also look like? Interesting that they don't say who they are, they just look like. You need medicine. Does a 100-year-old spirit inhabiting Rika know if this medicine is FDA approved? Alternate timelines confirmed? Ooh, mayhaps. Now we're starting to pick up. Now we're starting to pick up the pieces, aren't we?
Then I realized that this place wouldn't work as a hideout anymore. I better start packing and move somewhere else. It told me to struggle as much as I want, so I'm going to do just that. Damn it! Damn it! I have to get ready to move out from here. I'm going to put everything back into my backpack. I have to leave here as soon as possible. The light of the flashlight wasn't enough to see by, so I turned the table lamp on. The light made things show up very clearly. When I reached my backpack, I realized something and grasped in surprise. The palm of my hand was covered in an eerie liquid. I thought I had wiped off the sticky sweat earlier, but it wasn't sweat. Where did all this blood come from? I realized right away. I was scratching the mosquito bites on my neck earlier. I scratched until I bled. When I noticed that, I remembered the sensation, the mixture of pain and itchiness. I felt something moving near the wound on my neck, so I scratched at it again to get rid of whatever it was. My hand got sticky and wet with blood again. I can't see what these things are because I don't have a mirror, but I know. They're already spreading through my entire body, causing the itchiness on my arms and the back of my knees. I'd never experienced this before. I'd think I got bitten by a bad bug or something. But unfortunately, I already know what's causing this itchiness. Why? Why? I said it with hatred. Why now? Why here? It's the maggot disease, without a doubt. If I cut the veins on my arms, the dusky, red, gross things would flow out. But it's impossible. I didn't get any suspicious shots. It doesn't have to be a shot. They might have put the drug in my food. I might have eaten it without noticing. I don't think they put it in my food at my house, but I used to share lunch with my friends at school. That might have put it in the lunches. That Rika. She visited me earlier, shining a flashlight on me. She knew. I was scratching my neck so hard that it bled. Nevertheless, she acted like there was nothing wrong. And she told me that I wouldn't last long. Now, I know why she was laughing at me in such a sarcastic way. She knew that I wouldn't have much time left. It itches so badly. I can't scratch. The more I scratch, the itchier it gets. I'm not going to do the same thing Tomotaki-san did. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! The itchiness, it might not be temporary. It might actually get worse. I don't know if it's going to stop soon or if it's going to last until I die from it. I don't know anything anymore. I just have to endure the itchiness. I wiped the blood from my neck with the towel, clenched my teeth, and tried to erase the desire to scratch my neck. The wound was throbbing. I wanted to scratch it so badly, but I couldn't do that. I fought back the desire, biting the end of the towel. I scratched other parts of my body really hard in order to forget about the itchiness on my neck, but it didn't really work. I just prayed for the itchiness to go away. I closed my eyes. I fought back the desire. That seemed to be the best way. I let my mind go blank, breathing hard for a while. I felt like the itchiness got a little better. I took a deep breath and immediately started panicking. Staying here is more dangerous than the itchiness. I have to leave as soon as possible. I felt it while packing my stuff. I felt the end coming closer, the end that Rika told me about earlier. I assumed I could live until the end, but I might not have long. I might follow the same path Tomotaki-san took, way before the end comes. I was sweating like crazy. It felt so nasty. I know it's not sweat. But I'm going to think that it's sweat for now. I wiped my neck with the towel and hurried to leave.
What a good track. Because this track's been in some of the other books or chapters, but now it's all distorted and shit because she's actually like about to lose her fucking last marble. Oh my god. Oh, this is such a good one. Sorry, I had to get a sip of my water. Okay, here we go. I assume we're back to Keiichi's point of view, so. This area has no streetlights, so I was scared to run fast where I could barely see. The moon lit up the sky, but not my steps. The only light I had to use was my flashlight. The light was very weak. All I could see was the flat gravel road before me. Anything the flashlight couldn't reach was in total darkness. The expression often used in novels, pitch black, wouldn't be appropriate. I might trip over an empty can or a rock any time. Not wanting to fall, I used my flashlight to its maximum extent to watch my step, but I was still a bit nervous. I started running slower and slower until I was just walking briskly. Did I just stop running because I'm afraid of tripping in the dark? I usually run out without watching my step during the day. I run around with Reina and Mion all the time. Even if I could see what's underfoot, I don't pay any attention. I don't think I might trip. I just keep running around without a care. Reina might be feeling the same way I am right now. For Reina, the light with which she illuminates the darkness is suspicious is too weak. In the darkness of the delusion, she deeply believes is in getting darker and darker. That's why she's so scared to even walk on the same roads as we used to take. She fell for the contents of those ridiculous scrapbooks. People might laugh at her for it, but those scrapbooks aren't normal. They manipulate their readers' hearts, and with the evil intent take advantage of their vulnerabilities. That evil intent captured my heart for one night. That's why I know how evil they are. They're just urban legends, like the prophecies of Nostradamus or the Purple Mirror. They're a bunch of feasible lies, and when you hear about them at first, you think they're too stupid to believe. But once you fall for them, it's hard to get them out of your mind for some reason. It'll be the year 1999 in less than 20 years. Everybody knows about the prophecy that the world will come to an end in July of 1999. There are even some TV shows about it too, which irresponsibly fan people's fears, so people take it seriously. Those people think that the prophecy means that the outbreak of a nuclear war, so some of them are making shelters in their backyards. Some of them are thinking about freezing themselves by 1999 so that they won't be exposed to radiation, only waking up after it's gone. Those people are completely serious about it. But when you think about it rationally, it's impossible that there'll be an outbreak of nuclear war in 1999. It's true that the Cold War makes us think that the final war will break out any time, but both powers are actually pointing their nuclear missiles at each other, and they know there's nothing to gain from either of them starting a nuclear war. The Soviets might still do it. The Soviets would destroy the world if it meant eradicating liberalism. But that delusion that the Soviets might do it is neatly swapped the other way to Tano sees the Sonozaki family in her scrapbooks. When people create large-scale delusion, like the prophecies above, they always use an incomprehensibly unknown enemy, such as the Soviet Union, Nazi Germany, or aliens. And they say something like, "Oh, you never know, they might do things like that," to try and increase the credibility of their delusions without any evidence whatsoever. What did Takano-san know about the Sonozaki family? Nothing.
All she did was use the history of the Onigafuchi and say that the Sonozaki family is still working behind the scenes, plotting a horrifying conspiracy. It's just like one of those large-scale prophecies. It's nothing but just a stupid story, like that one about Nazi Germany, which says that Hitler is still alive and lives underground in some complex somewhere in the South Pole, continuing his plot to conquer the world. That sounds like a Superman comic. Reina usually doesn't believe in stupid stories like that, but it was just some bad timing, I suppose. It was right after she had killed Rina Mamiya and Teppei Hojo, and was caught by us. She was in a state of panic when she heard that story. We were waiting for her to recover from the shock, but before she did and regain her strength of heart, a poison got into her and spread all throughout her body. When you're sick and have a weakened immune system, it's easy to get another disease. It's just like that. That's it. Reina's just sick right now. When you're very sick, in bed with a high fever, you sometimes feel like you might die from it. But most of the time, you're just overreacting. You get better soon after taking medicine, eat some healthy food, and sleep a lot. That's how she is right now. She caught a mental cold, that's all. She needs to get better soon or she might get caught by the police. I passed several patrol cars on my way. I hid every time I saw one since I didn't want to be questioned. I was probably passed by them twice. When I came close to Reina's house, I saw a car parked near the gate. It was obviously watching her house, trying to capture her when she'd arrive home. Mion ordered the Sonozaki family to find Reina to protect her from the police, but honestly, I'm not sure if they can. After all, Reina believes that the Sonozaki family's after her. But if they don't find her, the police will eventually. And if that happens, all of us who helped her bury the corpses will be caught by the police in the end. I don't know how or why the police came to suspect her. I think they only have some circumstantial evidence. I don't think they know what she did for sure. But since they're looking everywhere for her now, they must have some kind of reliable evidence. Reina, come on. You don't have time to play around with Takano-san's scrapbooks right now. The police are after you. I wasn't expecting the game to get played. Right? I had to think, I'm like, what are we saying that Nazi Germany did? Meanwhile, Reina, right now, I may be dying, but you're gonna go down with me! Fucking facts. Oh, God. I just, cause like, we could talk about it, yeah. Oh my God, but some of the stuff, like, the subtle foreshadowing is just, like, so good. Oh my God. It was so dark, and I couldn't be sure if she was down there. But I made up my mind and headed down the slope, carefully shining my flashlight to light the way. I wanted to loudly call out for Reina, but there might be some policemen nearby looking for her. I walked around a trash pile and then I saw a light. It was Reina. I ran towards her hideout, kicking aside the trash in the way. Reina was standing right in front of her hideout, holding a hatchet. I couldn't blame her. She must have noticed. Reina, it's me.
Keiichi-kun? I sure have a lot of visitors tonight.
Who else is here? I showed my flashlight around, but I didn't see anybody.
I'm leaving. It's not safe here anymore. I don't know. I don't want you to know where I'm going, so please don't follow me.
Reina, what happened to your neck? You're bleeding.
I'm okay. I might come back again, though.
Reina's neck was all red. It looked like she had some kind of skin disease around her neck. She probably couldn't bear the itchiness and scratched at it really hard. You need to do more than just wipe it with a towel. Come to my house. You need to clean it up.
Don't worry about it. It isn't an injury. And it's too late anyway.
Too late? What do you mean?
They must have put that drug in my food without me realizing. It's the drug that killed Tomotaki-san.
They probably used a syringe to inject him with the drug, but they changed their methods this time. I think they put some in someone's lunch. You remember Michan gave out a piece of her omelet to everyone the other day at lunch, don't you? She must have put it in the omelet. She's smart. She used a slow-acting drug this time. Damn it!
Reina kicked the dirt with hatred. She was almost literally kicking Mion's goodwill to the curb. Hey, Reina, are you seriously saying that Mion would do such a thing? Reina looked stunned. She stared right at me. I noticed a slight accusation in her eyes. I can tell by looking into her eyes that she wants to say, "What are you talking about? I already told you that the Sonozaki family is the mastermind behind this conspiracy." First of all, Mion didn't give out her omelet to everybody that day. Mion cut her omelet into 5 pieces and told us to take one if we wanted. Reina took the end piece of the omelet before anyone else took one, because she said it looked cute, and then ate it right there.
No, that's not what happened. Michan tried to make me eat the omelet because she put a drug in it.
Reina, stop interpreting everything so conveniently. Mion just put the 5 pieces on the omelet in the lid of her lunchbox.
No, she didn't. She gave out a piece to each and every one of us.
Reina, think about it. Have you ever done something like that before? We usually have to take whatever we want from everyone's lunch. Nobody has ever said something like, "This is your piece, so take this or take that." You know?
The music.
She looked at me with that accusation in her eyes. To Reina, everything that comes out of my mouth must sound like a lie. To her, it's a fact that she was poisoned. She knows for sure that that drug was in the omelet. And that's why she's contradicting me, because I'm saying something different. I didn't come here to make her mad. I realized that disagreeing would only escalate her anger, so I decided not to.
Anyway,
You said this place isn't safe anymore? Where are you gonna go then?
well, I'll find somewhere.
It's not that easy to find a place to sleep. Why don't you come to my house?
I appreciate your offer, but I can't do that. The Sonozaki family is looking for me everywhere in the village. I don't think you'd betray me, but I don't think you can hide me from them either.
It's not the Sonozaki family who are looking for you. It's the police.
Why? Oshi-san's on my side, and I told him to leave me alone. I don't think he's looking for me.
I think they know you killed Rina and Tepe.
Oh, I see.
I was relieved that we were finally on the same page, but I realized I was wrong right away when she laughed in self-derision.
Do you know how the police found out that I killed them?
No, I have no idea. Nobody saw her killing them. Nobody saw us burying the corpses. We buried them deep in the mountains. We camouflaged the spot perfectly. Plus, Mion moved them to a secret place after. So it's impossible that the corpses were found.
I went there this evening. I went there to check the spot where we buried them. And guess what I found?
That didn't sound good. Of course. Reina has no idea that Mion took care of the corpses. She'd think the corpses were still buried there.
They weren't there. The corpses. Somebody dug them up and carried them somewhere else.
Reina, that's because,
It's impossible that someone happened to just dig them up. I chose that place. So the only people who knew about that place are me and my friends who were there.
That's right. Well, the thing is...
I know who did it. It's Michan. They didn't want me to work with the police. They needed to have some insurance. But I didn't think they'd use the police to find me.
I guess they don't care how it looks to anymore, as long as I'm captured.
Come on, do you really think Mion would do such a thing?
She did! Mi-chan sold me out!
No, she didn't. Mion is your friend. We're all on your side no matter what happens. Even if the whole world turns against you, we'd still be on your side. Even if the whole ocean evaporated, Mion would never sell you out.
I don't understand why you're defending her.
It's just the opposite. I don't understand why you're doubting her.
That's simple. Mio-san revealed the existence of the conspiracy to me, and the fanatics are...
Shut up! Shut up! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell at you like that. I apologize. Please, just listen to me. The corpses are gone because Mion dug them out.
See? I told you!
Listen to me until I finish. Okay? Mion dug them out because she found out the place was going to be not safe for very much longer. There's a logging project scheduled to begin them in the mountain this summer. That's why. That's why she dug them out. To save you from being caught. Reina laughed at me like I was stupid or something. I could tell she didn't understand anything I was saying.
Don't you get it? Mi-chan made that up. She just wants to look good while you're around. She's a dirty bitch.
Hey! Then what was she supposed to do? Are you saying that she should have just left the corpses there, knowing that the forestry service would find them this summer? She couldn't do that because she's your friend.
Why can't you understand that Mi-chan made everything up, including the logging project?
If you're the one who doesn't seem like they want to understand anything. After I yelled at her, she gave me an icy look. She stared into my eyes, as if trying to find out what I came here for. I came here to wake you up. You're possessed by an impossible delusion because Takano-san's scrapbooks. At first, I thought it was interesting, but this is getting way out of hand. You know why? It's because you're making yourself sick.
Oh, the girl who looked just like Rika-chan told me the same thing. You're actually right about that. I mean, I do have the maggot disease, so...
No, you don't understand. Listen to me very carefully. You need to lie down and rest for a while, okay? It'd be a lot safer for you to stay at Mion's house. She can protect you from the police. But if you don't trust her, you can stay at my place. Either way, it's not good for you to stay somewhere uncomfortable like this. Let's just go to my house now. We'll have some cold tea together. It'll cool your fever down. And then you'll realize how crazy this all was.
What are you talking about, Keiichi-kun? Are you saying I'm crazy? I'm not crazy, you are. You don't know it, but you're just being controlled by the parasite. Keiichi-kun, you think that you have nothing to do with it, but you're one of the victims. You just don't realize it. I'm not blaming you for that. I can save you. I can save everybody. Just please trust me for now.
You think we're all crazy. You think everybody in this village is crazy and you're not? Is that what you're saying?
It might be spreading even outside of Hinamizawa. They might have already spread as far as the Shishibone city, the entire prefecture. I really am the only one who isn't crazy. I know that, thanks to Mio-san's scrapbooks. I thought you understood that too.
Wait a second, Reina. You're saying everybody in the world is crazy except you? That's the same thing as saying you're the only one who's crazy. The world hasn't changed. Nobody's crazy. Nobody is your enemy. If you ask me, it's crazy to believe that you're the only one in this world who isn't crazy and that everyone in the world is your enemy. In short, your only enemy is yourself.
I feel sorry for you, Keiichi-kun, but it's okay. It's not that easy to accept the facts of Mio-san discovered. Even she wasn't sure about them. So understand if you can't accept the truth. That's why I'm going to fight. I'm going to fight to save everybody. I'll beat them down, make them stop controlling you.
Reina, that's stupid. That's just idiotic. You feel sorry for me? You're stupid. Why don't you understand? Why don't you still believe a crazy story like this? You're just interpreting everything to suit your convenience.
They have replacements for Mio-san, Rika-chan, and me. They're going to replace me after I'm killed.
What? Replacements? Are you seriously saying that?
You know what? I'm going to tell you the truth. I haven't told you about this yet. The true identity of the parasite is aliens.
Aliens?
Yes! Ayashiro-sama is also an alien. The description of him descending from the sky matches with alien theories from all over the world. Whenever a great civilization flourished, it was always the aliens who accomplished it. They have advanced knowledge. They came to Earth to help immature humans evolve.
Just wait a minute. You must be kidding, right, Reina? The parasite theory was interesting. But aliens? Come on, that's just nonsense. But Reina believes this theory so seriously, and she feels sorry for him because they just can't accept it.
They've been controlling the community by living as parasites in human bodies. But sometimes, someone with sharp intuition comes along and tries to reveal the truth, but they get rid of them in order to maintain that control of the community. They sometimes kidnap those people with sharp intuition and put a piece of metal in their bodies to gain control over them. When that doesn't work, they replace the people with their copies.
Hi, welcome in, Emilio. Hi, what is this about? Higurashi is a psychological horror thriller mystery thing set in the 80s in a small village out in Japan, rural Japan, very, very like rural, isolated village. In this book of it, this is the 6th book, but in this book, our girl Reina here has been slowly losing her fucking mind. She's killed people because she thought it would make her happier. Now she's believing conspiracy theories, and it's like things just keep lining up to like back up her theory, but then it's like when she's not around, we get like the reason why it actually happened, and her friends are trying to save her from getting arrested, and oh my goodness. But yeah, it's good shit. Okay, Reina, this is crazy, crazy, even for us. Yeah. I think we're having our first case of copium overdose. Oh boy.
They made a copy of Mio-san. They made a copy of me too. Rika-chan's copy just came a few minutes ago. I talked to it. It admitted that it came from space. It told me that the end of the world is coming soon. It laughed at me, saying I could struggle as much as I want. I'm going to fight. I'm not going to let them domesticate our species. I'll never, ever.
You're so stupid. I stepped towards Reina and slapped her. I was hoping it would turn her to sanity. Wake up! Reina, did you forget? It happened here, just a few days ago. We all took each other's hands here, didn't we? And we promised we'd be a family made of friends forever. Reina played with her wrist. She didn't interrupt, so I continued. If you're seriously saying that aliens are controlling the Earth, I'll believe you. Even if everybody in this world didn't, I would. That's because I'm your friend, and I'm on your side no matter what. But I want you to listen to me, too. I want you to listen to me because I'm your friend. Takano-san made up all the stories in the scrapbooks. It's true, Takano-san was an occult maniac. She enjoyed interpreting old history of Hinamizawa any way she wanted. She made up ridiculous stories of it. She read them to people for fun. So the parasite story isn't the only one she made up. There were stories about UFOs, some kind of creatures from the underworld, and so many other things. So the one you read in the scrapbooks was just a story that she made up recently. Don't you remember that she liked to make fun of people? She was just making fun of you because you took her stories so seriously.
If it was just a story she made up, why was she killed? Her autopsy report says she had been dead for 24 hours when she was found, but she was right there with us at the festival. Why? How are you going to explain that? And the cause of Tomotaki-san's death? What about the Sonosaki family? What about the legend of Hinami-san? What about Oyashiro-sama and Rika-chan? Are you saying everything is made up? Are you saying that the whole world is lying to us?
Stop making connections between everything. That's typical syndrome of paranoia. Don't think so hard. You're just tired. You need to rest. All I'm going to do is offer you a place to relax, a bed, and some food. If you can't trust my food, then don't have to eat it. Just eat whatever you have. Anyway, please just trust me for now.
My story makes more sense than yours. I have evidence to prove it. But all you're saying is that I should trust you. Isn't it obvious who is right?
Yes, it is obvious. Me. I'm right.
How? How can you be so sure?
It's easy. It's because I'm your friend. And friends never betray one another. Friends always help each other. So, you have to believe that I'm right, even when the world says I'm wrong. Because I'm your friend. I heard a thud. Rena dropped the hatchet. She staggered, holding her head in her hands. She was muttering something. It looked like she was asking herself questions.
He wants me to trust him, but he has no evidence to prove he's right. He's being so absurd. Or maybe he is right, and I'm wrong. Am I really just misunderstanding everything? It would be wonderful if that was true. I wish it was wrong so many times. I wish Mio-san's scrapbooks are nothing but a bunch of stories, and the parasite doesn't exist. Some coincidences happen to connect together, and I interpreted them in the wrong way. I really wish that was the case. Don't give up, Reina Ryugu. Be cool, Reina Ryugu. This guy has poison in his words. He's trying to take advantage of my weaknesses. Everything is too obvious not to believe. It's obvious that the aliens have been trying to invade the Earth, using the village as their base ever since they called on Igufuchi. Keiichi-kun's just a victim. Being controlled, he's just the victim. But when he grabbed my wrist really hard on that day, I can tell his intentions were true. I remember the strength of his grip on my wrist. He tried to save me. His friend. I got lost in this crazy delusional maze so many times. I prayed over and over that somebody would help me. And now, my prayers are answered. Keiichi-kun is reaching for my hand again. But don't forget, Reina Ryugu, this guy says he's your friend, but he hasn't told you everything about himself. Don't you remember? Oshi-san told you about it. He told me about what he found out. I couldn't trust my friends, so Oshi checked on everybody, including Keiichi-kun. That's why I know about what he did before he moved here. He looks like he's a good guy on the outside, but he's crazy on the inside. I can't trust him, and I shouldn't trust him. So what? I don't care who he was before he moved here. I did many bad things in Ibaraki too. I did many unforgivable things. I hurt my friends really badly, broke the windows at the school, and suspended. I was a very bad girl. Did he treat me differently because of that? No, he didn't. Reina Ryugu is Reina Ryugu. He'll forgive me because it was Reina Ryugu who did all those bad things in Ibaraki. He won't forgive me. I should know better. Keiichi Maibara believes that I'm a kind, modest girl because he doesn't know Reina. If he found out about Reina, what would he do? He wouldn't do anything. He'd be scared of me. Reina is Reina. Reina is a different girl. The same goes for Keiichi-kun. I don't care who he was before he moved here. We're even.
Are you okay, Reina?
Don't touch me.
Reina knocked my hand aside when I reached for her.
You keep saying you're my friend. You want me to trust you because of that. You want me to believe you're right, even when the world says you're wrong. Are you out of your mind? That is more delusional than anything else.
I don't care what you say. I'm your friend. Everything I say for your sake. Don't doubt me. I know I'm right.
Really? Then, can I ask you something?
Yeah, anything.
Friends, they don't keep secrets from each other, right?
Well, of course. I'm not hiding anything from you.
You're lying.
I'm not.
Yes, you are!
What's so funny?
Oh, Keiichi-kun, you think you can keep a secret from me, don't ya? I know everything. I know what you did before you moved here. I know.
I felt as if my entire body was covered in frosty needles. My body and mind froze all of a sudden. I don't believe this. I don't believe this. How come she knows about that?
I asked Oshi-san to check on everybody. Everybody. And that's why I know what you did before you came here.
Stop it. You got it all wrong.
You only targeted little girls. I have to tell Satoko-chan and Rika-chan about it. I can't believe a dangerous person like you was near us the whole time.
Okay, wait. Oh no. Oh no. I need to hold on. What? What did it do? Okay. Okay. No, it wasn't like that. It just turned out that way.
A series of attacks on school kids. Bravo! It has as strong as of an impact as the series of mysterious deaths of Hinamizawa.
No, it wasn't like that.
It wasn't like that? You shot kids with a BB gun when they were walking alone on deserted streets. What a horrible incident. It instilled fear into the whole city for a while. Members of the PTA had to watch their kids at every street corner when they walked between them home and school. You shot one of the girls in her eyes. She was badly injured. Fortunately, the damage wasn't permanent. You had a BB gun, and you only shot little kids. How disgusting. What made you enjoy it so much? You must have really enjoyed it because you continued doing it for such a long time. But then you turned yourself into the police, accompanied by your parents in a crisis of conscience. You couldn't even take responsibility for your actions on your own. Juvenile laws were kind to you, weren't they? It prevented your name from being disclosed to the public or the victims. I bet your father spent a lot of money to protect you. He paid a lot of compensation for the settle the case out of the court. And you had to be placed on probation. After the case cooled down, he used the power of money once again to move far away from the city. Everything solved, right? You're lucky that your father's so rich.
No, it wasn't like that.
Why didn't you tell us about it? You told me that you did nothing but study at your previous school. Why did you lie like that?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to lie.
I thought friends didn't keep secrets from one another, right? So what? So that makes you not my friend!
The blades of her words hit hard, and they made my eyes bleed. The blood was clear and tasted salty. Keiichi, what the fuck? Oh, it's just a gun. Phrasing. Bruh. I know, I was so worried for a second. I was like, uh-oh. Oh, fuck, how bad is this guy? Oh, no.
Oh. I can't trust you because of what you did in the past. Don't you ever think you can hide it from me?
Remember how deeply I regretted it. I couldn't regret it enough. I wanted to forget it, but I couldn't. I made such a stupid mistake. Why? Why does she have to bring it up right now? I apologized and accepted everything, and I moved here to put it behind me. I wanted to have a fresh start in Hinamizawa. I swore to myself to live a clean life from then on. Everything is ruined now. I'll be a criminal, no matter where I go. I was stressed about my exam studies. I was frustrated. I'd randomly shot people. I didn't care if it was girls or kids. Why did I have to do something so stupid? There was no reason. I had no reason to do it. I just wanted to get someone's attention. I didn't have the courage to tell my parents that I didn't want to study. I just wanted somebody to scold me, so I used a childish way to get attention. I regret what I did. I swear I'll never do something so stupid again. If I do it again, they'd send me to the chair. If there was something I could do to completely be forgiven, I'd do it, no matter what it was. But no matter how deeply I regret it, and no matter how long I atone for my sin, I'll never be forgiven. That's why I wanted to sweep the whole thing under the carpet and have a fresh start. I have nothing to say if somebody tells me that I'm forgetting my sin was an act of cowardice. Sins are sins. You can't just get rid of them. You have to carry them for the rest of your life. I know that's the fate of a sinner. If you don't want to live like that, don't be a sinner. I understand that logic too. But then, how are sinners supposed to live?
Anyway, you're not my friend. I'm not going to take orders from someone who isn't my friend. I need you to leave me alone for a while. Okay?
I didn't notice until she spoke that I was on my knees, hanging my head. Reina picked up the hatchet she had dropped earlier. I wanted her to hit me on the head with it. Yeah, that's right. If anything is going to be torn apart, I'd rather it be my body. Compared to the pain of my heart being torn into shreds, I'd rather she'd just cut my head off. I believed it. I still believe it. I still believe it's right at this moment. I believe that I'm their friend. But in fact, I'm starting to become aware of it. I want to believe I am their friend, because I don't want to accept my past. I'm trying to tell myself that, but I feel stupid, crying like this. My face is all messy with tears. I was never their friend. I'm a sinner, and I hid my past from them. I hid it because I was scared. I told her that friends don't hide anything from another, but I hid my past from them. I hid my sin from them. My past has nothing to do with how I live my life here. If I ever attacked a kid in this village just because I was frustrated, I wouldn't mind it if they killed me and cut me into pieces. But I'll never do anything like that again. I just want to live normally. What I did before I moved here has nothing to do with my life now. For instance, Reina moved here too. I wouldn't change the way I see her, even if I found out what she had done something bad before she moved here. Right? I wouldn't, would I? Even if Reina beat some of her friends or broke all the windows of her school, I wouldn't care. Because it happened in Ibaraki. She didn't do it in Hinamizawa. Reina is Reina. She's my best friend. That's why I wouldn't see her differently, even if I found out about her past. That's a lie. That's a lie. It's a lie. That's a lie. I'd keep distance from her if I found out that she was really doing such things. I'd be scared of her. I wouldn't try to listen to her. Why?
It's just a rumor. Why would I be scared of her? She's my best friend. If I was in her situation, would I reject her just like she did? So, Reina's rejection of me was completely natural. Then, what am I supposed to do? I was the only one crying. Reina wasn't crying. She looked at me as she was looking at something dirty. After giving me a nasty look, she disappeared into the darkness. Reina didn't forgive me. There was nothing I could do to atone for my sin but to keep crying, still down on my knees. Whew. We did it, guys. Let me save real quick. How we feeling? Hold on, let me get caught up in chat, actually. Shit. Tell us you did nothing but study at previous school. Didn't realize that he needed to disclose every little misdeed. For real, for real. I've done worse. As a kid, BB gun is normal. I will not explain myself. They can send me to the chair. Oh, okay, you sweet summer child. I mean, if he did what he thought he did, he might have a chair. Right, for real. Me seeing the big deal about a BB gun. And some kind of joke, too. American understand. Fuck, man. Bro shot a BB gun at his friends. KJ, Reina, basically a murderer. You're not that bad. Yeah, for real, for real. Reina actually killing 2 people in this book. Not even like her at her old school. What was it? She beat to death. Not to death. She beat 3 kids. All 3 are in the hospital. 1 was in intensive care, I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering her story right. But they all lived. It's just like none of them would like talk to her or anything. Reina be like, you shot kids with a BB gun. You vent your frustration. I carved people up to secure my happiness. We are not the same. 10 out of 10. That's good soup. Good chapter. For real, for real. What a fucking good chapter, yeah. Seize your happiness at its finest. Yeah, for real, for real. Oh, fuck. I thought I was gonna get so dark there for a second, though. When she was like, and you did it to the little girls, too. I was like, we did what now? Who did what now to the little girls? Excuse you? Oh, shit. That was spooky. Ah! Oh my god, but yeah, no. Do you see how pieces just fall so conveniently into place? It's almost like someone planned on her going batshit insane. Honestly, I was expecting worse than what she said that. Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, no. I 100% thought they were gonna drop the bomb that Keiichi's a pedophile. Like, I was so scared. I was like, you cannot do that. We still got like 4 books. I don't want to know that one of the main characters is that scummy. I don't want to know. Seize the means of dopamine production. Oh god, such a fucking good chapter, bro. We're getting so close to the end. I think there's only like 3 chapters left. Conveniently, Rena was talking about alien. No. Like, okay, example. So when she was alone with quote unquote Rika, and Rika's like, "You're sick. Obviously, you're just sick. Here, take this medicine." And then on his way there, Keiichi talks himself into thinking Reina is just sick. And, you know, so when he gets there, Reina is like, shit, now I know for sure that the doppelganger thing is real. Because Rika told me I was sick. And now Keiichi's saying I'm sick. So obviously everyone here is infected but me. It's like, and the whole like, oh, the bodies are gone. Well, Mion dug it up to protect her, allegedly. And so then it's like, when she went to go dig it up, it's like, oh, where's the body? Mion's trying to pin me. What do you mean Rika? The demon is herself. Yeah, that's why I said quote-unquote Rika, because it's like, they haven't given us that clear, yes, it was an alien, yes, it was a demon, yes, it was a spirit. Like, they haven't said it yet. So that's why I'm trying to say quote-unquote Rika. Should we just call it Imposter Rena? It's Rena. Imposter Rika? Rika, second player. Player 2, Rika. Also, just another shining example as to why I try and keep these voices the same throughout every book. Because I have been like, I'm just saying, I'm pretty proud of myself from trying to give them distinct voices, so it might have been easier for you guys to catch on. I'm just putting out there, I'm patting myself on the back. Anyway, I'm surprised there's no zombies yet. Girl, there is no zombies. I take that back. Wait. No, it's not canon, but there is a Higurashi spin-off game. I believe it's called Hinamizawa Outbreak, where you do play as one of the main 5 and kill zombies. A+ job with the voices. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I really do. But yeah, no. Like, I try my best to make sure everyone has something of a different voice, so that way you guys can maybe catch on when someone is saying something and it's not really them. Because I kind of remember who's supposed to be saying what. But yeah. But there's aliens, time traveling, bugs, demons. Yeah, sure. Bro, listen. You don't know yet. We haven't finished. Okay, this is only one of the answer books. We definitely have like at least like 2 or 3 more books. Hold on. Actually, I'm gonna go check real quick. Steam. Burm, burm, burm. Higurashi. Oh, right. I have to relook at my notes to see which of these. Honestly, we'll probably read them all just because we're in so deep now. But there's 4 more books after this one. Yeah, right? Yeah. So we're reading book 6 right now. Tsumihoroboshi, yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Sorry, even just looking at the like thumbnail for like the next few chapters, I'm like, those are spoilers. Don't go look on Steam, guys. How far are we going into the answer to get these fucking answers? Calm down, I'm just seizing my happiness. At this point, I don't even know what happened. What do you mean? What do you mean? Anyway, we got like 3 more books. By the end of them all, we should have all answers. Should. And if you guys are still hungry for more, even though everything allegedly has been answered, there are a couple seasons you could go watch if you really wanted to. I don't know. A lot of fans kind of like shit on them, but like, they were fun. They were fun to watch. Should? I think. Okay, no. I am 99% sure you guys will feel satisfied after the next couple of books. Because if I'm remembering right, what is it? We're on book 6. So book 7, book 8. Once we read those 2, we should be sitting pretty good. And then there's like the bonus book, and then the bonus book, from what I understand. That like gives us extra cushion if we need it. Allegedly. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll be playing more Heavy Rain. But if I don't see you in the next one, I will see you when I see you. Everyone have a good night, a good evening, and Veil Guards, you are dismissed. Bye-bye.